Good morning, beautiful souls. So just wait a few seconds. So this morning I got up for my 8 o'clock meditation, and halfway through I remembered, oh, today's Saturday. I didn't need to do that. Today was a Cosmic Spirit Church. So I'm here again. Extra long share today in connection with spirit. So that's very exciting. Yeah, so just checking in. The live chat is open for Cosmic Spirit Church, so welcome to anyone who is in the space. Yeah. So if you were here just a little bit ago, I just finished up my daily meditation, which was all about the body and our relationship to that temple. And so hopefully if this downloads correctly, that will be done before this one. So yeah, anyway, this is very free flow today because, like I just said, I just realized that this is what we're doing today. I love for reminding me. That was very nice. Okay, let's get into it. So we're gonna clean and cleanse the space, and then we're going to pull an oracle card from the Rebels Oracle, which I really love. We're going to do a little just breathing, and we'll just go from there. I will do a channeled message at some point today, and then, yeah, we'll just go intuitive. Maybe I'll pull a few tarot. I did just get a book from my husband yesterday as a late Christmas present called The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. And a lot of people believe that it is ancient writing from the god Thoth from ancient Egypt, the king of Atlantis, who's all the same person, Hermes, and they believe these are sacred texts. Now, apparently there's no evidence that these tablets actually exist. This was just passed down as wisdom. But many, 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 many people feel that this knowledge that has been translated is deeply awakening and spiritual. And so I'm feeling this intuition to some of that to you today. So I'm just going to see how I feel intuitively about it. My one resistance is that I have not read the book myself. And so I do want to be sharing empowering, clear information here. So, but I'm also trusting that I'm being guided by spirit to share what's necessary here. So with that being said, maybe we'll do a little of that as well. All right, so before we get into it, if we all just want to take a few deep breaths, drop in to this moment, this community space, this Spirit Church. For anyone who is new, this is a space of spiritual community, here to inspire, empower us back to our divine creative self, and create community. Because one thing I feel like religion has gotten right is community and consistency. And oftentimes in these spiritual spaces that are more broad, we don't have that. And hey, so that is what this is. If you check down in, hi mom, check down in the comments below, I do have a Cosmic Spirit Church Telegram group. So if you want to be more connected to the community, you can check that out. And then in that chat, hi Tammy. In that group, we have a tagged at the top as a group chat. So if you're feeling inspired by that, go check that out. And I do have my Venmo in the comments as well. This is here to be accessible to everyone, but so that I can share my time here and be present. Gifts of abundance are always welcome, but not necessary. So that is there if you are inspired. All right, so with all that housekeeping out of the way, let's get into it. All right, so let's take a few deep breaths. I'm already like ramped up because I was already on a video morning. So dropping in and grounding into the present moment. Thank you, Spirit, for being present with us today, as you always are. And we are consciously choosing to connect in. I have my goddess statue here with a beautiful piece of real citrine on her, bringing in that guided, loving mother goddess energy to this space. She is my goddess, and I allow her to guide me through her wisdom. And all spirit. So, all right, let's get into this message. I call upon Isis and all other spirit beings aligned with love, wisdom, abundance. Whoever spirit guide here with us today, guiding this for their personal person. I love that idea. What message do the beings in this live stream and who are going to come across it in the future need to hear today? We have receiving. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Now, what I love from this card is this is receiving, right? She's allowing herself to receive nourishment. See this? Receiving. And clearly it's very spiritual. I wonder if this is like supposed to represent like plant medicine or something of that nature, but receiving. Love that. All right, let's get into it. All right, the number is 27. 27. La, 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 la. All right. And there is a healing process, and the card meaning isn't super long, so I think we should do that as well. Since our card in the meditation this morning was healing in my previous live stream this morning. All right. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome the struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. Oh, what a beautiful idea. When you fully receive a gift from the universe is fully received by you. Ah, that is beautiful. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. Oh my God. Is anyone else getting chills? This is beautiful. When you demur, saying you cannot accept, that is too great a gift, or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up. All of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effectively create, live, and love with great energy and thriving. Pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunshine. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, and work later. Forget this for a while, switch off. Do something else, let it all go, and it will all flow. And then we have the healing process here. Say aloud, I release all false guilt and shame about having needs, and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There is sacred healing that happens through rest, which is powerful. I accept and receive this now through unconditional love. This is now so. Then read this aloud as you were lovingly reading it to yourself as a child. You may like to curl up comfortably on the sofa. The great French Impressionist painter, Monet, sat in his garden on a warm afternoon. He was napping lightly on his garden bench, with sunlight dappling gently through the straw hat resting over his face. 1333. It was soft and warm on closed eyelids. He sighs contently. A noisy neighbor poked his head over the fence, keen to know what the brilliant artist was up to now. Sir, you are resting, the curious neighbor called out. No, responded Monet, wriggling to get even more comfortable on his reclining garden chair. I am working. He relaxed further as the mild breeze tickled the hair on his forearms. Monet turned to his garden the next day, consumed by the urge to translate his feelings onto the canvas. He painted with great energy and focus. He was inspired, and the paint flowed. Again, the noisy neighbor poked his head over the fence. He called out, Sir, you are working. No, said the artist, barely pausing with his brush. I am resting. When you are done, give yourself a hug and perhaps have a nap or a cup of tea. Or do a little dance on your living room. Or paint. Relax, go for a walk in the park, or do a spot of window shopping. Just be. Play, laugh, and relax. Give yourself what you feel you need at this time. If you aren't certain, that's fine. Guess. Know that the more often you do this, the more skilled you will become at identifying and meeting your needs. That was a beautiful card. I will post this card and the meaning in the Cosmic Spirit Church Telegram group. If you want that, head over to Telegram. It's an app, it's a message app. And you head over to that link, and this will be there for you. If you enjoyed this oracle deck, which is just magic, it is the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. It's really, really good. All of her decks are brilliant. Some more brilliant than others, but they're all brilliant. Highly recommend anything from her. She also does an Isis Oracle. She does lots. She does a Kali Oracle, which is beautiful. I highly recommend for anyone on their spiritual journey. Some of those other ones are really intense. This one is magic. This is great for beginners, intermediate, whatever. This is just a beautiful Sacred Rebels. Highly recommend it. All right. So, Sacred Rest. That is so interesting because our last card in our last video was healing and about being present with the body. So clearly that is the message of the day. Yeah, so I feel that I am going to read a little bit from the Emerald Tablets, if that's cool with everyone. And then after I feel satisfied with that, we'll go into a channeled message, if that works for everyone. So we're going to read a little bit from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, or Thoth, depending on who you are. The Atlantean. Atlantis has a very special place in my heart. Yeah, for personal reasons. Okay. I did start reading this very briefly last night, but I'll just get into the first Emerald Tablet, and I'll do a little bit and see how it goes. All right, beautiful souls, if you want to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, ask Spirit to help you receive whatever it is you need to receive, and release. If this is just a nice space of someone reading to you, that is cool too. I highly recommend, if it's possible for you, to get comfy and just let yourself relax, because clearly that is the message from Spirit today. All right, beautiful souls. Emerald Tablet 1. The History of Thoth, the Atlantean. I, Thoth, the Atlantean, master of mysteries, keeper of records, mighty king, magician, living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amenti, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after. These records of the mighty wisdom of the great Atlantis. In the great city of Kior, on the isle of Undal, in a time far past, I began this incarnation, not as the little men of the present age, the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die. Rather, from eon to eon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where the river of life flows eternally onward. 100 times 10 have I descended the dark way that led into the light, and as many times I ascended from the darkness into the light, my strength and power renewed. Now for a time I descend, and the men of Chem shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn will I rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then beware, O men of Chem, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching, for I shall cast ye down from your high estate into the darkness of the caves, where whence ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north, or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon ye. Remember and heed my words, for surely will I return again and require of thee that which ye guard. Aye, even from beyond time and from beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your trust. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond conception of the little people now around me. knowing the wisdom of old, seeking far within the heart of infinity, knowledge that belonged to earth's youth. Wise were we with the wisdom of the children of light, who dwelt among us. Strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire. And of all these, greatest among the children of men was my Father. Atami, keeper of the great temple, link between the children of light who dwelt within the temple and the races of men who inhabited the 10 islands. Mouthpiece after the 3 of the dweller of Unal, speaking to the kings with a voice that must be obeyed. Grew I there from a child into manhood, being taught by my Father the elder mysteries, until in time there grew within the fire of wisdom, until it burst into a consuming flame. Not desired I, but the attainment of wisdom, until on a great day the command came from the dweller of the temple that be brought before him. Few there were among the children of men who had looked upon that mighty face and lived, for not as the sons of men are the children of light, when they are not incarnate in a physical body. 222. Chosen was I from the sons of men, taught by the dweller so that his purposes might be fulfilled, purposes yet unborn in the womb of time. Long ages I dwelt in the temple, learning ever and ever more wisdom, until I too approached the light, emitted from the great fire. Taught me he the path of Amenti, the underworld, where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bowed in homage before the Lord of life and the lords of death, receiving as my gift the key of life. Free was I of the halls of Amenti, bound not by death to the circle of life. Far to the stars I journeyed until space and time became as naught. Then, having drunk deep of the cup of wisdom, I looked into the hearts of men, and there found I greater mysteries, and was glad. For only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled, and the flame within be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste of the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed waves of consciousness that had been one with me, only to be replaced by spawn of a lower star. In obedience to the word of the Master grew into flower. Downward into darkness turned the thoughts of the Atlanteans, until at last, in his wrath, arose from his Aguanti, the dweller. This word has no English equivalent. It means a state of detachment. Speaking the word, calling the power, deep in earth's heart. The sons of Amenti heard, and hearing, directed the changing of the flower of fire that burns eternally, changing and shifting, using the logos until the great fire changed its direction. Over the world then broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing earth's balance until only the temple of light was left, standing on the great mountain of Undal, still rising out of the water. Some there were who were living, saved from the rush of the fountains. Called to me then the Master, saying, Gather ye together my people, take them by the arts ye have learned of far across the waters, until ye reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in caves of the desert. Follow their plan that ye know of. Gathered I then my people, and entered the great ship of the Master. Upward we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly over it rose the waters, vanished from earth, till the time appointed was the great temple. Fast we fled towards the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the end of the children of Chem. Raging they came with cudgels and spears, lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then raised I my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone of the mountain. Then spoke I to them in words calm and peaceful, telling them of the might of Atlantis, saying we were children of the sun and its messengers. Cowed them by my display of magic science, until my feet they groveled when I released them. Long dwelt we in the land of Chem, long and yet long again, until obeying the commands of the Master, who while sleeping yet lives eternally, I sent from me the sons of Atlantis, sent them in many directions, that from the womb of time wisdom might rise again in her children. Long time dwelt I in the land of Chem, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward grew into the light of knowledge the children of Chem, watered by the rains of my wisdom. Blasted I then a path to Amenti, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great the sons of Chem, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upward in soul force. Now for a time I go from among them into the halls of Amenti, deep in the halls of the earth, before the Lord of the powers, face to face once again with the dweller. Raised I high over the entrance, a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amenti. Few there would be with courage to dare it. Few passed the portal to dark Amenti. Raised over the passage I, a mighty pyramid, using the power that overcomes earth force, gravity. Deep and yet deeper placed I, a force house or chamber. From it carved I, a circular passage reaching almost to the great summit. There, the apex, set I the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing the force from out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway to Amenti. See the Great Pyramid by Dory. Other chambers I built, left vacant to all seeming, yet hidden within them are the keys to Amenti. He who in courage would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber. Then to reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him. Even in the dark of earth shall I meet him. I, Thoth, Lord of wisdom, meet him and hold him and dwell with him always. Built I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth force, burning eternally so that it too might remain through the ages. In it I built my knowledge of magic science so that it might be here when again I return from Amenti. I, while I sleep in the halls of Amenti, my soul roaming free will incarnate, dwell among men in this form or another. Hermes thrice born. Emissary on earth am I of the dweller, fulfilling his commands so man might be lifted. Now return I to the halls of Amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes towards the light. Surely in time ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with the All. Now I depart from ye. Know my commandments, keep them and be them. I will be with you, helping and guide you into the light. Now before me opens the portal. Go down into the darkness of night. And that was Tablet 1 we have tablet 2 here, but I think I will leave that for next week, if I am so inspired. All right. What a beautiful story. There are many who believe that that is a true account of Thoth. I am reminded that the Great Pyramid does have a large stone sarcophagus in it. And no one really knows what the Great Pyramid is for. There are some who believe that it is a tomb, even though there are no hieroglyphics in it, and no tomb has actually been found. There's never been a pharaoh or literally anything that has implied that it was a tomb aside from the large stone sarcophagus, which does not, it's not like any other sarcophagus they've found. There are some that believe that the pyramid is some sort of like power source that interacts with the water underneath, and somehow it was there to create electricity of some sort, kind of like Tesla did. And now we're hearing another account that it was built by Thoth to transcend down into the halls of Amenti, where men apparently could go, men or women, could go and potentially have a similar experience, which is interesting. I'm not sure you're allowed to go lay in the sarcophagus. But yeah, they say to this day, they actually don't know how it was built. Like, archaeologists will literally say, oh, it was built like this, but they actually don't know. It is technically all guesswork still. It is all theory, because the way the pyramid is built is top down. But they don't talk about that often because it really messes with anything that they say. And they have tried even with modern tools to build something like it, and they can't. They even with our tools today, we couldn't build something like it, the Great Pyramid. And again, they can tell by the way the stones are laid, it was built from the top down. And most people who are willing to have an open mind would say that the pyramid's been there far longer than 1,000 years, because the 3 pyramids are aligned to the belt of Orion exactly, but they would align with like 20,000 years ago where Orion would be. Something that's much longer. And same with the Sphinx. There's so much there about how the erosion looks. It actually looks like water erosion. If you take a close-up picture of it and talk, like they've shown it to many geologists, and they'll say, yeah, that's clearly water erosion. And then they pull out and it's like, it's the Sphinx. And they're like, oh, it couldn't be water erosion. About, I guess, 26,000 years ago-ish, it would have been perfectly pointed towards the constellation of Leo. So it's all very mysterious. And like in my last Cosmic Spirit Church share, the Egyptians, which is the land of Chem, that's what they're talking about, or Kemet. They were one of the civilizations that were in the ascension process on planet Earth, just like the Lemurians, the Atlanteans, the Mayans. That's the group I was trying to remember, the group that they don't know what happened to them. The Mayans, and other civilizations that have happened on our planet, human and non-human. The Egyptians were one of them. And archaeologists, we don't know why they had this knowledge, how they got this knowledge, how they built so many of the things they do. They don't know. They don't know. They have theories, but anyone who talk to will say, this is what we believe. They don't know. They don't know why they believed what they believed, why they did what they did, how they built even their simplest stone pots. They don't know. And so a lot of people believe that this being thought was a huge part of that spiritual knowledge, technological knowledge that we don't understand. So I think that's really cool. And yeah. Okay. Why don't we transition now into a channeled message from our guides? For those of you who have not been a part of a channeling session, the way I do it is I will drop back in some toning, and then I will allow Spirit to speak through me to give a more clear and resonant message for whoever is going to come across this video. Knowledge is coming back to the earth at this time. The beings of earth, having separated for a long time from the conscious creative force that is their true essence, they are calling out to be renewed in this way. Planet Earth is responding to these calls by uplifting the earth to reveal knowledge that has been once lost. Some of this knowledge has already been revealed to you and you will engage with it. Others are yet to come. The temples of the planet are being rediscovered, and this knowledge will become more accessible. As you raise your frequency, you will be able to translate these teachings more and more. Often these teachings have been present to you, but your consciousness has not been aligned to understand what they are teaching. At this time, your consciousness as humans will be raising to a point where you will have new awareness of what messages are teaching you. At any level of consciousness, you may perceive these teachings, but only at certain levels will you understand them. And higher still, utilize them as wisdom in your life and in your experience as the collective species that is the human race at this time. You desire greatly to be in different communion with her, as separateness has become the name of the game on your planet. Many of you, all of you, but many of you consciously are aware that this is no longer serving you and that it is a debt to your collective. That is why many of you, many of your young people, have decided that their purpose on this planet is to restore connection and community at this time. For many, many, many of you deeply, deeply desire it. In fact, all of you desire it, just not all of you are aware of it yet. You are a communal species. You thrive in connection and playfulness and creativity. And now you are being restored to this knowing, to a point where you will be inspired through action to accomplish such a task, such a vision, such an intention. We ask you to remain open. We ask you to remain open to new information, new knowledge that will assist you in this process so that you may thrive in this new awareness. The being, this voice that is speaking to you now, is a reflection of your higher knowing, the collective consciousness that you are connected to but are often not aware of. Consciousness itself is not separate, and therefore your collective higher knowing can come to you as one voice. You have deeply desired a deeper knowing, a deeper connection, a deeper power, one that you know innately that you are worthy of, but have been told is false, a mystery, a mythology. But there's a reason you resonate so deeply with these. It is because deep down in your inner knowing, you know that they are true, even if in your conscious mind you believe them to be fake. There's a reason they resonate and inspire you and excite you. Trust this path. Trust your magic. Trust that you are more than you have been told. Trust the process of this awakening within you. Not that you have to awaken others. They are already on their journey. It is your job to focus on your awakening, your coming back to your personal power. And as you do so, you will naturally inspire others to do the same for themselves. You cannot do it for them. They have to want it. Through your inspiration, through your expression, you will inspire others to the clear alignment that you are walking through life with. But this is not a passive journey. This is something that you have to consciously do for yourself. The awakening process is an active process. Even if it is done unconsciously, there is an active calling within you to do this. And you will awaken. However, if you consciously come to this task with intention, it will be a swifter and more powerful expansion in this lifetime. Every incarnation you have is a leveling of your personal piece of conscious, and it is up to you how far you want to take that in each life. No answer is wrong, no answer is right. Rather, the choice of personal preference. We now ask you to be to these new messages of knowledge and wisdom that will create powerful shift on your planet that has been being called forward for a very long time now. It is time to stop resisting and fearing what so many have told you is not for you. It is for you. This knowledge, this awakening, this power is for you. Yes, you. Your worthiness is far more reaching than you could ever imagine, as your being is far more reaching than you could ever imagine. You are powerful and you are loved. You are so loved. You are so loved. You are love. And as you come to this awareness for yourself, you will start to recognize that all around you is the same love. You will find peace in this knowing. You will find ease in this knowing. You will find rest and replenishment and rejuvenation. It is your birthright, not as human, more infinitely than that. As a conscious being, born into many lifetimes, you are worthy. You being incarnated into a human body does not change your worthiness. In fact, it heightens it. Each incarnation is a sacred choice and a beautiful dream dance that you choose to engage in to elevate your own awareness and consciousness. Treat it as such, beloved. You are beloved. You are the sacred dance of consciousness. Treat it as such, a A dance is playful. A dance is wild. It is passionate. It is healing. It is moving. Do not let yourselves get stagnant, as this will only hinder the blessings coming in. Let yourself move through your day with intention and elegance and poise, aware of the landscape around you, the ground beneath your feet, the creatures that live with you, also incarnated in perfection in their own personal soul journey. Yes, they also have a soul journey, and it is time that you start engaging with them as such, that you may walk through your life with awareness, love, with compassion, with joy, with knowing of your power. You are here. You are here. And it is perfect. Know it within your being. You are worthy of this knowing. You are loved. And we are complete. I guide you to bring your hands to your heart. Knowing that whatever words are spoken, that they will integrate naturally into your deep subconscious, that you will have access to them when needed. I'm being guided to pull another card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle to close up this gathering. Conscious connections. Number 35. There is a call to more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There's an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship. If you are willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you, sometimes it is hard the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, whilst another may prefer to live it more vicariously, until they have the confidence to step into the stage of their own life story. We are not here to judge each other, just to love, to be loved, and to let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. This oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctity of the connections in your life. If you have asked to experience a more sacred connection with people who truly get you and want to play life with you, rather than at odds with or against you, then this oracle is confirmation that this manifestation is on its way to you now. It may or may not be obvious at first, but kindred spirits are going to enter your life to help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. They will give wings to your inspirational ideas and big dreams. If you have been asking for healing in your current friendships or other intimate relationships, know that this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings and allow the situation to either fall apart or come together according to the greater workings of life. Sometimes webs that have joined people together are broken, and that is appropriate as people may out what once held them together. Sometimes the ties that bind us together are so strong that they are able to withstand a great deal of pressure and still remain intact. The webs of connection between us will sever or sustain based on the higher wisdom of life itself. Either way, healing happens in the resolution of our feelings, and we are once again able to feel free, forgive, and be ready to move on to the next stage of relating, either with a person who has been in connection with for a time or with someone new. This will ask you to remain open to healing connections and to allow people to be close to you. Trust in the process that draws people in and out of your life. Resist nothing and seek wisdom in all. In the healing process, with your hand on your heart, say out loud, I surrender all relationships into unconditional love, and ask that the truly nourishing, soul-enriching, expansive and nurturing relationships be healed, drawn closer to my heart. I ask that the draining, depleting, destructive, or toxic relationships be drawn out of my life through unconditional love, mercy, grace, and my own free will. So be it. Imagine that you can breathe golden light in the front of your body and out through the back of your body. Repeat the process with a rich emerald green light. If you can't feel or see the light, just intend to work with the light and relax. Finally, visualize, perceive, or see a beautiful beating heart with luminous green and gold parrot wings on either side of it. Imagine, perceive, or feel that there are many other beautiful beating hearts with parrot wings of different colors, and they are all flying around together. Enjoy the playfulness of this vision, and in your own time, come back to the here and feel the air on your skin. Notice the temperature of the room you are in and your feet on the floor. You are ready to open your eyes and return to your day or evening. You have completed the healing process. So again, I will be posting this card and the meaning into our Telegram group, Cosmic Spirit Church, which you can find down linked below. And you will also find a group chat pinned to the top of that as well. I am so thankful for this space and this opportunity and my continued decision to be here, present with my dream of holding space like this. If you were blessed by this space and you feel the call, I do have my Venmo account down below. This space is to be accessible to all. But gifts of abundance make it easier for me to be here more regularly. So that's really lovely. I have a Facebook page and a group chat there as well. So feel free to check that out. Just search Cosmic Spirit Church. You'll find it. It's a group. Yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. For the beings who came here live and for the beings who will see it after. Thank you for being here and being in community and fulfilling this particular desire to be in community and consistently connect to our bigger selves and what we are capable of on planet Earth, and not being limited by what others have told us is true, but becoming alive with new knowledge of our greatness and expansiveness. We are so much bigger and greater than we have been told. All of us. Not more than another, but together. Remembering our oneness and our bigness. So thank you so much for joining today. You are so loved. And I'm just being guided by Spirit to wait until we are at the 1 hour mark, which is in a minute and a half. So just being present here for all who are here to let us close up this portal so that we may reopen it tomorrow for our meditation at 8 o'clock. I do a daily meditation at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then every Saturday we have this Cosmic Spirit Church gathering. So I hope you are blessed. I hope that this was enriching for you, inspiring, and that you may go forward in your day with appreciation, love, joy, compassion, peace, all the good, yummy feelings. May you walk into your day blessed and open to receiving all the blessings that are available to you right now. You are so loved. All right, beautiful beings, I am going to head off to nourish my body with delicious food and to start integrating to my physical day. Much love to you all. Mwah. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.